Hi, and welcome to Anne's Family Recipe. Today I'm going to share with you two different ways to use broccoli and cauliflower for a Thanksgiving side dish. One will be roasted and the other will be baked with extra cheese. Today I'm going to be making roasted broccoli and cauliflower, which is super easy to prepare. It's really healthy, but it's also very flavorful. My oven is preheating to 425 degrees, and I've washed and dried one head of broccoli and one head of cauliflower. So now I'm just going to cut each of them up into small florets. Our vegetables are all chopped up, so now I'm going to top them with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm going to use a little bit of kosher salt and pepper to season them. And lastly, I'll use my hands to toss them all together. That way they'll be evenly coated in the olive oil and the seasonings. I'm going to put these in my 425 degree oven for about 20 minutes until they're nice and soft and a little bit crispy around the edges, which is definitely the best part. My veggies ended up roasting in my oven for 25 minutes, and you can see now they have little brown crispy bits around the edges, and they're fork tender, which means you can put a fork into them and it comes out easily. Let's give it a taste. What should I try? How about a little broccoli? I'm just using my fingers. It's totally acceptable in my kitchen. Okay, so something we just discovered is that roasted broccoli actually tastes a lot like roasted Brussels sprouts, which we love. So this is an awesome alternative if that's a flavor you like. They're nice and salty, and they're cooked through, but they're not mushy. They're still a little bit crunchy. They're delicious, which is going to be an awesome side dish for your Thanksgiving table or for even a weeknight meal. So our second dish is called Swiss baked cauliflower and broccoli. This is my mom's recipe that we've been eating for years, and I love it. This is definitely not quite as healthy as the first recipe, but it's perfect for Thanksgiving, just to add a little decadent touch to your table. So I'm starting with another head of broccoli and cauliflower that I chopped up into florets, and I have about maybe a 1/4 inch of water that is simmering on the stove. So I'm gonna put my vegetables into the pan of water and then cover them back up and let them steam for about 5 or 6 minutes until they're fork tender. So my veggies have been steaming for about 5 or 6 minutes. And they look perfect. I'm just going to use this knife to test them. So you kind of just stick it in and pull it out. Comes out very easily. They're fork tender, perfect. And I also wanted to mention that you could easily steam these in the microwave if you want, or even use frozen vegetables and just cook them on the stove or in the microwave too. Whatever's easiest for you. So I have an 8x8 glass baking dish that I sprayed with a little bit of baking spray, or you could butter it, and I put the steamed vegetables inside of it. So now we're going to prepare the cheesy topping. For this casserole, you need 1/2 cup of fresh breadcrumbs, which are so easy to make. I always save the ends of a loaf of bread, especially when they're really skimpy, because I'm not going to make a sandwich for my kids with those, and I freeze them. So you can always use them for a French toast casserole, or what we need, fresh breadcrumbs. So all you need is about 2 slices to get your 1/2 cup. I put a couple slices of bread in my mini food processor, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to chop them up. And we have fresh breadcrumbs. In this large mixing bowl, I have 2 bricks of Swiss cheese, which I shredded by hand. To that, I'm going to add 1½ cups of heavy cream. I'll sprinkle in my 1/2 cup of fresh breadcrumbs. And then for seasonings, I'll use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon each of ground pepper and nutmeg. Lastly, for the cheesy topping, I need 3 egg yolks. So I just wanted to show you how I separate the yolk from the white. I'm going to crack the egg, and then over a bowl, as I open it up, I'm just gonna let the egg white drip into the bowl, and then you just gently pass the yolk back and forth between the 2 pieces of shell as the egg white falls into the bowl. So the shell becomes a little container for your yolk. There we go. And then you add that into your mixture. And I'm gonna save those egg whites because I can scramble them in the morning for breakfast. So now I just have to mix up our filling. Next, we're gonna pour the cheese mixture over top of the vegetables, and then on top of that, we're pouring 1 stick of unsalted butter that we've melted all over the top. And here's my butter. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and this will bake for about 20 minutes until the cheese is bubbly and golden brown. I let my broccoli and cauliflower casserole cool for a few minutes, and as you can see, my family's already dug in, so now I get to have a taste. Okay, get a little cheese in there. Wow. Ooh, that is so cheesy and creamy. Oh, it's good. You know, it's hard for me to decide if I like the roasted broccoli and cauliflower or this one better, but honestly, you could do both. You could roast one veggie and use the cheesy application for another, or mix them all together, whatever you like. Also, I wanted to let you know that you can experiment with whatever kind of cheese you want. I like this with the Swiss, but I think it would also be really good with cheddar cheese or even Monterey Jack cheese for kind of a milder taste, and probably Parmesan would be good too. Whatever you want to try. Let me know in the comments below if you try any different kinds of cheeses. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen, and I'll see you again soon for another family recipe. For the full recipe, check the description box below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen.